What is up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And today we are going to get back into the action with Kaspa. I had wanted to get this update in yesterday, but I've been pretty busy and had to get in that latest BTC update since the news on the little run from the ETF fight going on between Grayscale and the SEC. But back to the topic, we're going to talk about Kaspa and look at all of the charts, but I need to remind you that this is not financial advice. Anything I say in this video could cause you great financial distress. You could lose everything, and you could be buying at McDonald's on the dollar menu, splitting with a homeless bum friend. I'm serious. So serious. Now, before we jump into the chart, let's look on the last video. We had a comment. I wanted to share a comment here from Genuine. And he posted this comment. Woo! My friend, why don't you do more Kaspa videos? Do you even know what you own, or are you filling your bags first? I don't know. I think what that means is am I sharing the knowledge or loading up on it and then reporting on it later? And then I said I do a Kaspa update once a week, and I have a short one coming, which is now, to talk about this downward trending trading channel that we are in with price targets. And yes, I have 102,750 Kaspa. Where is, okay, I was going to log into my wallet there and show the exact balance, but we don't need to do that. So at any rate, he went on to respond to that and said, man, give your viewers the insight on Kaspa and what you own. I have been all along, and help escape the matrix and become financially free, or at least financially stable. Share the knowledge. Okay, well, again, this is not financial advice, as I said before. So we got to be careful with that. I don't give financial advice. Crypto is dangerous, and you never know what can happen. And there's no way I can give you knowledge to become financially free or stable. So do not trust or depend on me or anybody else on YouTube to get yourself financially stable. It's going to take your own due diligence. Okay. But just so you know, and some of you might be new, I have been reporting on the Kaspa action for 1 year. I have not withheld this information. The first video I did on Kaspa was in September of 2022. I don't remember who it was that first turned me on to Kaspa. I think I noticed that I was doing research on coins that are mineable, layer ones that people are mining to look for some small cap gems. And I came across Kaspa, and it seemed too good to be true. But after studying the project and then talking to Jonathan Sampolinsky and also Shai and my other good buddy who comes into my group, another one of the developers who comes and speaks in the group on person in my Telegram group, I have learned to trust what's going on and to believe the story, the narrative behind this project. And I think it's pretty legit. And this is like, to be at number 52 and we're not even listed on major exchanges is pretty fantastic. We don't have Coinbase and Binance and all of the big ones just yet, Kraken. And when these big projects or when these emerging projects get listed by the big exchanges, you often see run-ups in price because they've got to buy enough of that project, enough of the coins, for liquidity purposes, so people can trade it. You can't just list it and you don't have any liquidity. There has to be some Kaspa there for people to buy and trade. People aren't just going to jump on and only sell it. People are going to jump on and want to buy it. So they have to front run that, so to say, and buy some so people can start to buy and sell and orders can get filled. That's why there's a lot of upside here. And that is, that's kind of upward looking statement, I guess. I'm not trying to give upward looking statements. I don't want the SEC jumping on me, but that's just a matter of fact, is when you see big exchanges come on board, price tends to go up. So again, there are no secrets here. I've been telling you about Kaspa for 1 year. As of next month, it will be 1 year. People weren't listening in the beginning. I first purchased Kaspa at a price of 0.0015. And if you look back, here's the proof of when I started to play with Kaspa. I had to plot, once they got listed on TradingView, I had to backdate and plot my own data on the chart, because I could not do any TA on it because there was no price history on TradingView, so I couldn't get any information from the indicators. Okay, so we're scrolling way back, going back a year. Now you can see these little dots. I plotted all of this data because we didn't have a price to go by. And here was the first levels down here. It was between this way down here at 0.0005 and 0.0018 when I bought during this run up, or maybe it dipped here, and this is somewhere in here is where I first bought. That's the point, the bottom line. So this is not something that is new for me. I've been on this and I've been reporting it, and I'm going to continue reporting the price action as I see it. Now I've lost the price chart there. Here we go. All right. So just wanted to clear that up and let you know, since there are new people here that don't know what I've been reporting. So this is the 4-hour chart. And as we can see, we've got our 4 trading zones up here, the support and resistance zones. And let's just number those so you can know what I'm talking about. This is zone 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I was saying in the last update that we are in a downward trending trading channel. We have broken the uptrend, and we'll see that on the 1-day chart. We could bounce down into zone 2. We did touch up on the 50 EMA. You see that line right there. And after touching the 50 EMA line, we experienced a slight rejection. We've got a little bit of a green candle going on, and we have somewhat of a positive stochastic pointing up. We are in the positive on the histogram, but it's flattening out. And it's, 50-50. We could snap back up here towards the point of control price, or we could look downstairs at zone 2, where I'm thinking 0.031, 3.1 cents could be a target if we correct, if we continue the correction. But when we jump into the 1-day chart, now we can kind of see that we were in this upward trending trading channel for a while. Let's just put some lines on here so you can see what I'm talking about. When you connect the bottoms, there you have it right there. Let's connect the tops. Boom. So there's your channel. You bounce around in that channel, right? And this is an upward trend. And then we violate the bottom end of the channel, and that could be an indication of a swing. We call this swing channel analysis. So then you would draw you some other lines like this, and then you kind of bounce around within that swing channel. Whoops, let's get the crayon there, until you violate the top line, and then we swing again and go the other way. That's how I do it. Swing channel analysis, okay? So we've got a red candle, a doji hammer, looks like right here, and it looks like the stochastic is about to flip back over bearish. So we don't have a guarantee that we're going to snap back up to the 50 EMA and come back to zone 1. Let's put these zones back up there. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if this flips over here, if this turns over and we go back down into oversold, and if this continues here, which this is pretty bearish here, the oscillators on the MACD are pointing down even though we're trying to fight back to the 0 line. We see that we try to fight back here and we reversed from light red to dark red bars. So we're at light red, and it could go back to dark red because the blue line is under the fast orange line. If this flips over here and we get a bearish crossover, then chances are we'll probably jump down and check number 2, zone 2, as support. If we fail that, we could go down to the 200 EMA line with this one, the blue one, and then we'll check that one as support. If that fails, then we check zone 3. And point of control price right now is sitting at 0.026. So let's just talk scenarios here, probabilities. Okay, we have probabilities of continuing back up and getting back up here into support resistance zone number 1. And then we have a chance of failing that and coming down to zone number 2. Then we also have a chance of touching back down to the 200 EMA line or coming down here to zone 3. And then zone 4 is down here at like 1.5 cents. And I'm thinking that it's slightly, I would say we could fight back to this 200 EMA or the 50 EMA right there. And it's probably going to be resistance because, again, all I have to go by right now is that we've got a high point and a lower high here and a lower high here. So this is a downward trending trading channel. Okay, overall, we're doing this. So that means that we have slight more probability of dropping down to zone 2 than moving back up above the 50 EMA. Not to say that it can't happen, because it can. I'm not holding a crystal ball here, and I'm not giving you any guarantees. What I'm doing is waiting for a chance to start buying more. I bought a couple thousand at 3.7 cents when we dipped down below the 50 EMA. And if we touch down to zone 2, I'm going to buy a couple thousand more. DCA, dollar cost average. If we break that down and go down to zone 3, I'll probably buy a whole lot more. Okay, so right now, like I said, I hold 102,750 Kaspa. I'll get another couple thousand or more, maybe 5 to 10,000 more if we go down to zone 2. Zone 3, then I'm going to have to go sell my furniture and buy as much as I can. And this is gambling. There are still no guarantees, even though this is a fantastic project, a solid project. We got a block DAG using the Ghost DAG protocol that is a proof of work blockchain that has super fast block times. We have a community development project that was fair launched. Everything just, it's a great project. It's what you want to see, and it has a real use case. And so we've got a lot of things that will be happening in the future, including smart contracts and all of these big exchange listings. Now, some people are really worked up waiting on smart contracts, and I've heard some others say, what's the big deal with smart contracts? Because it's just a way that scam coins can list their projects as tokens on that blockchain. But smart contracts can be used in the business world. If you're buying a house and you have a contract and you have escrow, you have a purchase price and money has to be put in escrow, you can use a smart contract to divvy up the money. And you can set a strike date where if the contract isn't canceled by the strike date, then the house is going to be purchased, and this money that's in the escrow goes part ways to the tax collector. Down payment goes to the owner of the house, or this money goes to the bank, or whatever. So there are different things that we can use for smart contracts, but there's no rush on this. I do think it'll be positive when they get that done. So let's move into one more chart. Let's just see what it looks like on the 1 week. There's not going to be a lot of data, but on the 1 week, it looks bearish. Okay, and so what you're looking at is an impending crossover on the MACDs, and we're already in a bearish direction on the stochastic. So that confirms that this is a downward trending trading channel right here, and that we're waiting to see where we land. Are we going to come out of 1 and check down to 2? Or are we going to check down at 3? Could it be 4? I don't think so. So this is the greatest possibility to me. Probability is 2, but we could snap back up to 1. That is the second probability. The third probability in line is number 3 at around, say, 2.4 cents. And then last probability is 4. Why? Because this is already a bottom. We've already tested this as support. The next support comes right here at 3. You can see it. It was support here. We blew through it. And then we snapped through it here. It was support again. So when we come back down, if we test number 3, it's probably going to be support, and we'll come out of there once we have a full cycle. Look at these full cycles here, okay? First one, up. Look at the stochastic peak right there. Second one, down. Look at the stochastic bottom right there. Third one, up. Look at the stochastic peak right here. Fourth one, down. And then we will find out where we land, here or here. I'm thinking that it's somewhere in zone 2. And then after this move is completed, hopefully the stochastic will be in the bottom, and then we go to bull run. And that might be, it could be in a few weeks. It could be after Bloody September. Bloody September could help us to find that local bottom at 2 or 3 where we get to load up one last time. And then the bull market can start. And I still disagree with all the people on YouTube that are saying that we're already in a bull market just because Grayscale won the lawsuit that gets them back in line to get an approval on their ETF. Now, when they approve all the ETFs, yeah, that could kick off a bull run, but do you think it's going to happen during Bloody September? I don't think so. Post in the comments and you let me know when you think that those ETF approvals are going to go through. Okay, and I'm not going to even get into all the FUD that's out there and the things that are left over, like Evergrande, okay, and a second large company in China that is in the real estate sector that could cause national Chinese calamity and worldwide economic calamity. But there's still a few black swans hanging out there that may have to come to pass before we hit the bull market, and those things might be waiting for us in the news, so we can find the bottom of this chart, okay? So that's what we have. That's all we've got for right now, but I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. And if you would like to help support my work and help to defray the cost of producing this channel, you may do so with the giving of a super thanks. And I do thank you in advance. All right. Post in the comments. Let me know what you think. That's all I got for now. This is Carlton, and I am out.